What are some things that you've done to work with them and to help improve that relationship?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think off the bat, like trying to begin to plant seeds into their I always use this analogy. Plant some thought seeds into their brain garden about it from the get go. And like we said, if it's sort of a moment, if you're switching from another service delivery model to telepractice where you maybe have the opportunity for it, I think that can kind of, like we said, present an added challenge where they already had maybe a set expectation and it's kind of being switched. Um, so I think really early, because I think it's harder if you get started and you don't talk about it up front, and then like partway through you start to try to like pull them in more and more because you've sort of already set up an expectation potentially where they don't need to be involved. But in the case maybe that's what's going on for some therapists, um, I think if you can sort of more and more just try to, and if it's with an older kiddo, maybe you're working independently with them. Maybe if the parent pops on in the beginning of the call to get them set up and then tries to walk away, like kind of throwing it out there like, oh, hey, I'd love to touch base for the last 10 minutes so that we can show you what we work on today. Would that be okay? And sort of again like slowly eking it in, and I think it's okay to build up rather than again need to like hit the floor like 0 to 100. I think it's okay if you need to build up, and so more and more kind of looping them in maybe at the beginning of the session, end of the session, so maybe you're just building it up from a time perspective too. um, Start with 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 15 minutes, where they just are getting more and more involved. I think that early success is important, like we said. So providing just like a small chunk and then asking about it the next session. So, oh, did you guys try that out over the week? And hopefully they tried it at least once, or even if they didn't, if you can kind of find some kind of positive reinforcement to point out to them during the next session, like, I noticed that they were doing this so much better. Did you guys practice that over the week? And um, so again, providing the positive reinforcement and kind of really pointing out to them when it's impactful, not just kind of letting those moments slide by and say, "Oh, thanks for practicing." Really saying, look what this potentially reaped. Look at the growth that we established."